The crypto market is bleeding. Pi Network is upgrading its protocol. And June 28th is getting closer by the day. If you think any of this is random noise, you are about to change your mind completely. Stay with me because this video is going to connect dots that most people are completely missing right now. Welcome back to Crypto Educate channel. Before we go anywhere, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. And if you have been rocking with this channel, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this content reach more people who need it. You guys really need to keep sharing my videos. Help this channel grow, please. I put real work into breaking down this space, so you do not have to wade through the noise alone. Now, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I want to address today is something a Pi Network content creator by the name of @0nadil posted, and honestly, is more interesting than most people are giving it credit for. Pi Network is rolling out something called vibe coders. Now, before you scroll past that name, stick with me. There is now a badge sitting on the Pi homepage that is specifically designed to let developers explore how to integrate AI-built apps directly into the Pi ecosystem. That is not small. That is Pi core team saying, we want builders here. And to back up why this matters, look at what is already happening on the platform. CiDi Games launched a beta on Pi, and within a very short window after release, it pulled in over 81,000 users and clocked 1.2 million game sessions. Now, that is the number that should make developers pay attention. That kind of traction does not happen in ecosystems that are completely dead, which is something critics like to assume about Pi. Here's my take on this. Pi Network has always sold itself on its claimed 60 million plus user base. For a developer building a utility app or a game, that distribution channel is genuinely attractive. The real question has always been, are those users active and will they engage? CiDi Games just answered part of that question with hard numbers. 81,000 users and 1.2 million sessions from a beta. That is not nothing. Do I think vibe coders is going to transform Pi overnight? No, but the direction is right. And right now, direction matters almost as much as execution. Now let us talk about the Pi core team announcement that came out recently. And this one I want you to pay close attention to because it speaks directly to the technical credibility of this network. Pi core team announced the successful completion of Protocol 24. For those who do not know what a protocol upgrade actually means, this is a fundamental change to how the blockchain itself operates. These are not cosmetic updates. These are structural improvements to scalability and security. And according to Pi core team, node operators are being directly credited for managing what they described as a challenging migration. That tells me it was not easy, and it still got done. Protocol 25 is now scheduled to be completed by June 18th, 2026. Here is the context I want to add that a lot of people gloss over. Pi Network has been conducting iterative protocol upgrades across multiple years while still operating in a phased mainnet rollout. That structure has frustrated a lot of people, and I understand the frustration. Since 2019, that is a long runway without a full open mainnet. But I also want you to consider the alternative. A blockchain that rushes its protocol upgrades without proper node coordination is a blockchain that breaks. And a broken chain at this scale, with tens of millions of users tied to it, is not recoverable in terms of trust. So yes, slow is frustrating, but slow and stable beats fast and broken every single time in this space. Community sentiment around this announcement? Mixed, according to the replies I have been watching. There are pioneers genuinely proud of what node operators pulled off. And then there are people, equally valid, who are exhausted by the delays, the promises, and the years of soon. Both feelings make complete sense to me. Let me give you the analysis that a Vietnamese crypto account, CryptoLeakven, published, and then I'm going to add my own layer to it. According to CryptoLeakven, many people look at Pi's current price drop and immediately assume the project is going down. And I get it. Price is the most visible metric. When a number goes down, fear goes up. That is human psychology, not stupidity. But here is the argument being made, and it is worth engaging seriously. Pi Network is approaching Pi2Day on June 28th, which is described as one of the most anticipated events of the year for the community. And the claim is that during this quiet, declining price period, energy is actually accumulating underneath the surface. KYC numbers are reportedly growing. Practical applications are increasing. The community remains one of the largest in the blockchain industry by raw headcount. The argument is essentially this: a price pullback before a major event is not always collapse. Sometimes it is compression before expansion. Now, my honest opinion, I am not promising you June 28th sends Pi to the moon. Anyone who promises you specific price outcomes from a calendar event is selling you something. What I will say is this: if you're a Pi holder, the worst thing you can do right now is make permanent decisions based on temporary price movement. If the fundamentals you believe in have not changed, the price chart on a single Friday should not change your entire thesis. Watch June 28th. Pay attention to what Pi core team actually announces. And then make your decision with information, not emotion. Quick but important one. The account at OpenMainnet dropped a breakdown this week explaining why Pi transfers show as pending, and apparently a lot of people in the community are worried about this. According to OpenMainnet, when you send Pi, it processes through the blockchain the exact same way Bitcoin and Ethereum transactions do. Your transaction gets picked up by validators, it gets added to a block. That is your first confirmation, and then additional confirmations stack up until the transaction is final and irreversible. Pending literally just means it is waiting for enough confirmations. It is not lost. It is not stuck. It is moving through the chain. My advice on this one is simple. Always check the status inside the Pi browser before you start spiraling. The network is not eating your Pi. Patience beats panic every single time. And if you have been in crypto longer than 6 months, you already know that confirmation times vary across networks. This is not unique to Pi. It is just blockchain mechanics. Now, this one I genuinely want to break down because it generated a lot of conversation. A Pi network KOL, key opinion leader, going by at Pi_OM_2025 published a post explaining the strategic importance of Pi network's KYB-verified trading and payment partnerships. According to at Pi_OM_2025, Pi's exchange and payment platform partners, including Kraken, OKX, Bitget, Banksa, OnRamper, MEXC, LBank, Zipto, Pinex, TransFi, and Cash for India, are not random listings. They are described as deliberate moves toward regulatory compliance, liquidity, ecosystem expansion, and global integration. The breakdown is actually quite specific. Kraken is flagged for institutional credibility and Western regulatory trust. OKX is positioned for Web3, DeFi, and NFT capabilities that align with Pi's app ecosystem. Bitget and LBank are highlighted for Asian and emerging market reach, which matters because that is where the majority of Pi's user base actually lives. Banksa and OnRamper are framed as fiat on-ramps designed to drive mainstream adoption. And then you have Zipto and TransFi for payments, Cash for India for regional needs, and Pinex for liquidity tools. Now, let me be direct with you because that is what you come to this channel for. At Pi_OM_2025 is a community KOL. The content is promotional. That is not an insult. It is a description. KOL content is designed to build confidence and create hype, and you need to read it with that lens clearly on. That said, the actual list of partners and the reasoning behind each one is not entirely without merit. Kraken's regulatory standing is real. OKX's Web3 infrastructure is real. The emerging market angle for Bitget and LBank is genuinely relevant to Pi's user demographics. The question I want you sitting with is this: do these partnerships translate into actual liquidity and actual utility for Pi holders in the near term? Or are they brand associations that sound impressive on paper but have not yet produced real-world movement? That is what you need to track going into the second half of 2026. All right, let us talk about the broader market because you need the full picture. Bitcoin is sitting below $65,000 at the time of this recording, and it is showing real risk of extending its downtrend toward $60,000. The former rising trend line that previously acted as support has now flipped to resistance near $71,675. Bitcoin is sitting well beneath its 50, 100, and 200-day exponential moving averages, which are clustered from roughly $74,300 all the way up to $81,455. The RSI, Relative Strength Index, is sitting at approximately 17 on the daily chart. That is deeply oversold territory. But here is the complication. The MEXC moving average convergence divergence is still expanding in negative territory. Oversold conditions do not automatically mean reversal. They mean the selling has been aggressive. The key support to watch is $60,000. If Bitcoin breaks below that decisively, the door opens to a much deeper slide. Ethereum is down approximately 2% and holding a clear bearish bias. ETH is sitting beneath both its 50-day EMA around $2,116 and its 100-day EMA near $2,223. RSI is also around 17. MEXC remains below its signal line and the zero line. If ETH breaks below the February 6th low of $1,747, it becomes vulnerable to $1,689 and potentially $1,538. Those are the support levels to watch. XRP is down over 2% and is extending a 6-day decline. It is approaching the $1.1179 low from February 6th, and a close below that level would mark the lowest price since November 21st, 2024. The $1 psychological level is then in play. RSI is around 22, and the MEXC is deep in negative territory with a growing bearish profile. Now, what is driving all of this? Institutional outflows. Bitcoin ETFs recorded $396.60 million in outflows on Thursday alone, according to CoinGlass data. Ethereum ETFs logged $52.94 million in outflows on the same day. Bitcoin ETF outflows have now run for 14 consecutive days. Ethereum ETFs for 18 consecutive days. That is a sustained institutional sell-off, and the market is reflecting it. The one partial exception, XRP ETFs actually saw $3.83 million in inflows following $5.34 million in outflows on Wednesday. It is modest, but it signals comparatively more institutional confidence in XRP relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum at this exact moment. Interesting and worth watching. My opinion on all of this? We are in a distribution phase right now, not a capitulation phase. Big money has been rotating out until that reverses, which means ETF flows turning positive and moving averages beginning to recapture. Trading the bounce here is a high-risk move. Watching is sometimes the smartest position in the room. Before I close this out, this video is not financial advice. It is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any asset. I am breaking down the news and giving you my perspective as a content creator in this space. For any financial decisions, please speak to a qualified, regulated financial professional. Do your own research. Every time. That is the full breakdown for today. Pi Network is moving on multiple fronts, developer tools, protocol upgrades, and a community still holding its breath for June 28th. The broader market is under real pressure, and you need to be watching your levels right now, not guessing on direction. If this video gave you clarity, share it with someone who is watching the market right now and does not know what to make of it. And seriously, you guys sharing my content is what makes this channel grow. So keep doing that. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you watching Pi2Day? Are you nervous about Bitcoin's price action? Tell me where your head is at right now. I genuinely read the comments. If you have not subscribed yet, this is your moment. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown. And while you're here, check out the other videos on this channel. There's a lot of content that is going to give you the context you need to navigate this market with your head on straight. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Stay sharp, stay informed, and I will see you in the next one.